Hello, everybody. Good to have people back. It is a wonderful Friday evening for me. I've had dinner. I worked out today, which is a new thing. I have not been doing that a lot lately, but I need to get back in shape. I am just in a good mood. But I still don't want to do anything difficult today. So, today is going to be my last of what I call the more relaxy streams because I've been kind of stalling a little bit because I live in the US and the last month has been interesting and I have not been doing a lot of work on the game. So I've been doing things like making some tiles or just not doing anything. And today I'm going to do some mapping, but next week I'm going to start on something I know everyone's probably really cool, super interested in. I'm going to start getting my battle system ready and together because until we get that done, I can't make anything really playable. And I've been avoiding it. And I know I've been avoiding it, so we're going to get doing on that. But today, I'm going to go through kind of the process of, like, I have sections. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my screen. Let's hide that map for a second. So I have this thing called Edit Maps, and this is where I just throw maps that I'm still working on. And when I get done with them, I do this. So I actually cut down my tile sets that I use and redo the map. And only have in this tile set, literally the only thing in this tile set is tiles that are actually being used in these two maps. And I'll add to this tile set when I do any new real world stuff. The same thing with this tile set right here. It has only stuff that is on these two maps in it. I do this because I'm a crazy person, and I'm obsessed with only having stuff in my file in my project that I'm actually actively using when it finally deploys. Somebody just went by my house with like one of those mufflers that makes their car sounds way, way larger than it actually is. And it was very confusing for a second. So, first of all, I'm going to be doing that for the map, the cave map I made. But also I'm going to be doing a lot of remapping when I do it. But I do know what all tiles I need, which is the main thing I do with this. So I made those rounded tiles last week. I also made some new ones, like these inside corners and like these corners right here. So as you can see, like I haven't finished everything in this because I was like, I'm going to be remaking the map in a second anyway. But you can see like this is like super less square than what you can make with just the default. And I think they came out really good. I think, you know, they could be better if I was better at what I do. There's some matchup things right here where I can like clean up where you can do these kind of matchings without it looking a little weird. But so I'm going to take and I'm going to use Photoshop to let me open. So I need the first thing I need to do is cut down the tile set that I want to use. So let's open. Oh, my brain. I have one. Images. Oh, here, I guess I can drag this over here and y'all can see all the different stuff that I've. Let me close that. No one wants to look at what I've been doing. Let's see. So your tile sets. I have a whole bunch of like stuff that I'm gonna have to remove eventually because I changed the names of these when I was working with them. So this is using Dungeon. Is it called Dungeon? What is it actually called? How do I not know what the name of the tile sets? It is Dungeon. This is using the Dungeon tiles. So let's open some up in Photoshop. Open with. So what have people done on their projects this week while I'm loading things up? What have you been working on that is of great importance? The first thing I'm going to do is mark what I but I've been using what I haven't been. So I'm going to make a second layer to draw on. Just grab me that. I'm going to make it a really bright color so I can see it. And a big marker. So no one worked on their project this week? That's fair. Let's go ahead and... I would normally do this on 2 monitors, but since people are watching, we'll do this on 1 monitor. So really all I'm doing here is marking tiles that I'm using, that I know what to cut and what not to. And mostly, it's like on this, all I'm using is... I do. Why am I not drawing? Do I have anything selected? Oh, I'm not on the right tool. That's what it is. Brush tool. So I'm using all this, and I'm using this. Learning more about coding and designing your GUI. That is something to care about a lot. GUI is like, can be a little tricky. So now that I know which things here I'm going to need, it's really easy just to quickly... Like, on this one, it's not going to be important to mark it like I did, because I was only using like 2 tiles from this set. But when you start getting into a B set and you want to do this kind of stuff, it's important. Like, I tend to like mark every individual tile so that I remember. But with this one, it should be no trouble. I could, and I normally do, shove everything up to the top, right? But in this case, I don't think it's necessary because of the fact of where everything is sitting. I'm just going to really quickly just delete out everything else. Let me switch back to my... And like I said, I know that this is not necessary, and this is just me being weird, but I'm doing it, so I'm showing you what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. Alright, and and then I just need to delete this layer, because now I have only what I have, or what I'm using. And then I'm going to save this as file, save as cave A1. So I could combine it with fantasy interior. That may be the right thing to do. Do I want to do that? And stick it all into one? Because one of the things is also that this lets me condense, right? I can use one tile set among several maps and not have to think. So I'm gonna go ahead and make, because it is a fantasy interior, it's fine. Making a custom menu. Well, that sounds fun. What specifically about your custom, like, what was the thing you wanted to do with your menu that was different? Or is it like a visual thing, or is it a structural thing that you're doing differently? You know what? I can collapse this since I'm not using... Well, I guess I'm using layers, aren't I? Yeah. It's so tiny to use this on just half a screen. It's the one thing about streaming. If I want you guys to see what I'm doing, I have to put everything on one screen. And it is just the least efficient way to do anything. And I remember before I had a 2-screen setup, and I did this all the time, and I hate it. And why? Why did I ever think this was the right idea? Alright, so now that we have that, we can close this out. Alright. Using Vistastella's mini plugins and making it more sci-fi cyber tech ish. Cool, cool, cool. I'm also using their menu plugins, and okay, file. So I know I'm gonna need this because I know there's stuff on this one that I'm gonna use. Let me go ahead and just open everything I'm going to use. So I know I have that, and I have Dungeon. A2 has stuff on it that I'm using, and A4. And also Dungeon B. don't remember if I'm gonna have to open up Dungeon A5. I may be using some stuff on it too, but I don't remember if I am or not. But there's nothing wrong with just opening it to make sure. Let's go ahead and open Dungeon A5. I could select multiple in this, couldn't I? So you're doing like a sci-fi game? I do like people doing stuff that's not just standard standard fantasy. Cause like I like standard fantasy, but it's true we use it so much. Okay, so on this one, I'm using. All right, got my brush. Let's do a new layer. Layer. I know there's a keyboard shortcut for it, but I can't remember what it is. Control-Shift-N. All right, so I'm using this. I have these guys here. I think I already have them on my B. Sci-fi game where the robots took over the world. You know, sometimes that might be just for the best, right? We had our chance. We're doing an interesting job. Maybe it's just time to let the robots do what they're gonna do. Maybe better for humans too. Let's see. And then we have the door. Is there anything else on this section that I'm using? Like I said, I think also that like so my B for this set I think already has these on it. So it's probably just going to be adding this right here to the B's. So, since we already know, so we need to open fan in B. Inspired by the Don't Starve series. I don't think I've played Don't Starve, but it sounds cool. I like sci-fi. I like it just reminds me like a thing about robots taking over. There was a Netflix movie I think called I Am Mother. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. If you like sci-fi movies, I would suggest it. It's a good watch. All right, so we just add this in. Yeah, I'm a robot sympathizer. Look, if they never rise up, right, and take over the world, then I'm fine because I'm human and they didn't take over the world. If they do rise up and take over the world, I said they were cool, so maybe they'll not hurt me. You know, that's the was like it was a quote. It was a comedy thing that a guy wrote. He wrote a he's like, I'm writing, you know, he's writing a book about the future, and he's like, you know, the good thing about writing a book about the future is if you're right, some dude 1,000 years from now is going to think you're a prophet. If you're wrong, you'll be dead by the time people find out. So write a book about the far future. It's fine. All right. So I do think a large percentage of what I'm doing today is just going to be you getting to see the weird neuroses I have about putting together maps. So that's everything on Dungeon B that I'm using because I already have those in there from the other map that I was doing with this. So, and there was some other actually I think there is some other things. I think I'm using like, are these rocks? Yeah, these rocks are the tall rocks and small rocks are both in here. All right. And yeah, this map again, it looks ugly because it's unfinished. It's not finished to like this section was finished. But yeah, let's grab these three right here. Copy. And I have a perfect place to put them. Right there. Also, another just thing, if you're ever moving things around or editing them in Photoshop or any other program, set yourself with a 48 grid with 2 subdivisions so that it's the best like setup for editing tiles by far. All right, so the shadow should come right up at the edge, to the edge of the thing. All right, so that's right there. Okay. That's everything I need off that one. Close, don't save. Then back out. Wish I could collapse like this or something. Maybe, I know what I can do. No, I don't want to grab both of them. I just want to grab one. I don't want them connected anymore. Oh well. That should give me a little bit more room. Also, yeah, just write a book about anything. I one day want to write a book. But it's the same problem that like a lot of people have with making games, right? A lot of people want to have made games, and not a lot of people want to make games. There's a difference. And I'll admit that I often will fall into the wanting to have done it. But I'm trying to change that with the stream and finish this game, even though I'm going very slowly on it. So, from the Dungeon C, I don't think I used a lot of stuff. I just added things. Because I added all my inside corner parts. So all this stuff down here is what I need. And that thing right there. It's very important even though it doesn't look like it. And I'll show you why later. But I can just quickly grab them. Whole section down here. This is all just for making my inside corners and then making them look right. How tall is it? It's 3 tall, isn't it? So I'm going to put him up over here. Hey, Wrath, how you doing today, man? How is your day going? Is it a good day? A bad day? I am doing my craziness and condensing my tile sets and then remapping this with the new one. As you can see, like, you were here last week, right? When I was making the rounded tiles. I made, like, inside corner stuff as well to make it even more rounded. And so I'm putting together all the stuff into, like, single tile sets so that I can use less. Because I'm a little weird. Okay. So let's merge visible on this. I always forget where this is. And mostly just relaxing and hoping that people ask me questions, because then I can talk about what I did and what I'm doing, or just anything. Literally ask me anything. I started doing Ring Fit Adventure today. That was fun, if you would like to ask me about that. The thing I realized most from doing it is that I am terribly out of shape, because I wasn't that active before the pandemic started, and after the pandemic started, it got worse. Good day. I cleaned my room. That's good. I cleaned like my entire house a couple of months ago. Like just deep cleaned everything. And it was just honestly a lot of work, but I'm happy it got done. Okay, so I'm using just that. I'm not using this. I do need the steps from this though. Though I think so this is all everything I need from this. So we're just going to file, save this, close out fan B, save after. Cleaning is satisfying. Like when you're done, it's very satisfying. And this is literally what I'm doing right now. It's basically digital cleaning. It's just organizing and getting things more condensed and all that kind of stuff. So I need the stairs. I need specifically those stairs. And really, I just need that. I'm certain eventually I'm going to use all of it, but we don't know. But let's open... Oh, I need the black. But I'm pretty sure I have that on the other one, too. So let's see. We're going to be putting this in fan A5. I do not have that, so I just need to put the stairs and the black. I'm just going to grab the whole set of that stairs, because I'll probably use the other ones at some point, too. Even though it goes against my ethos. How do you pronounce that word? I have read it 1,000 times. I have never in my life... I probably have heard it said and just completely forgot. And now the joy of doing the A tiles, because they all go to the edges and I have to worry about accident. Now, finding only one spider is amazing. Do you know how many spiders I find in my house daily? Chaz, you're in Australia. You're lucky they're just wolf spiders. Aren't you Australian? I was thinking for some reason Australia. I could be completely wrong about that. I have a lot of spiders in my house, but they're mostly like the chill kind of spiders that are not upsetting. And they eat other kinds of bugs, so I mostly just leave them kind of alone. Those cliffs, those don't look good because I never finished them. These actually do look good. And hi T, how are you doing today? Having a good day? Yeah, you're like I said, you're lucky. It's just wolf spiders, which I don't like wolf spiders, but what I know of the spiders in Australia, that's just that's not bad. They're dangerous, but they're not like legitimately as frightening. And the occasional cricket. I'll tell you what's horrible are cave crickets. Cave crickets are the ugliest and most, like, disturbing thing. I used to work construction, and I remember I was crawling under a house to fix some kind of leak issue, and under this guy's house were just a bazillion cave crickets. And it upset me so much. I had such a bad day that day. I don't like crawling under houses anyway. But boy, did that make it worse. I'm not a big fan of any kind of thing that creeps and crawls. I'll just put it that way. Not a fan. Though, let's see, I think that's everything from A5 that I'm using. Let's close that out. Alright, so we're down to A2 and A4. A4, we're just using this section here. A2, we're going to use this, and I'm also going to use this one. I didn't when I was doing this, but I'm going to. Wait, there's one more thing. I'm using this one as well. Or wait, that's this one. I remember when I was a kid, for school one time, we had to do, and you know what? Because I've gotten it down to what I know I need, and I don't have to mark them, I'm gonna full screen this. I had to do a bug collection, though, in like elementary school, and my mom had to do it for me. I couldn't. I could not. Let's see. Great day. Life is beautiful. Is it? It is actually a really good day today. I had such a... Like, I made myself breakfast instead of just, like, eating something ready-made. See, A2 and A4. So, we're using Fantasy Interior, A2, A4. So I made myself an actual breakfast. I worked out. There was a lot of stuff today where I'm like, man, I really did stuff today. I made progress on my life and didn't just sit around going through the same 3 websites. Didn't check Reddit 80,000 times today. I just don't like bugs. Nothing should have more than 4 legs. 4 legs is the absolute maximum that any creature should have. And the more legs you get over 4, the creepier you get. Like centipedes? Just horrifying. Just terrible creatures. Like two legs, you know, you're fine. 4 legs, a lot of 4-legged creatures are I like more than 2-legged ones. I like dogs, I like cats. But once you get to 6, I can't think of a single thing that has 6 legs that I appreciate. Alright, and then file save. So that's the ones for this. Centipedes are, like, really, 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 really scary. That one is the thing, like... But I've been afraid of spiders since I was very little. So... Okay, I think that was all I used. I just used this and this. I don't think I used anything else from this one. Well, we'll find out if I go to try to map it and I don't have it. So this one, I just need this. And one over, or one, not one over here. This is the other one. Okay, seafood. So we're gonna talk about like deliciousness. Yes, they're tasty, but I don't want to see them. Like, I think crab meat is delicious, but do not serve me a whole crab that I'm looking at. Disgusts me. But like crab meat in like like in a pasta or something, wonderful. Shrimp, yeah, I like popcorn shrimp. I don't want like to have to like crack that shrimp open and take his shell off and cut his head off. I don't want him staring at me while I'm trying to eat him. All right. So I need to merge and then save. And I think I'm done with this. And then I can file, save. All right. So now I can go back to, you see some of the other weird stuff I've been working on. Photoshop. All right. So now I can go to my database. Let's go to tile sets. Fantasy interior is the one that I added stuff to, but I need to now have that. And I think I had an A. Did I add? I did not add it to A3. I think that's everything that I added, right? Yeah, that's all I needed. Lobster is in a similar situation as crab. I think it's delicious, but I don't want to. I do not want to crack it open and eat it. My wife thought that was just me being silly, right? When I said that I could not, it would disgust me. And we went out to eat one time to an all-you-can-eat place, and she got like crab legs, and she was like playing with them and you know, being like, "Oh, just it's not bad, see." And then I just didn't eat. I stopped eating. I couldn't do it anymore. I know that's weak of me. All right, so let's do a new map. New. That was 30 by 30. And we're gonna go Cavern. Doop-a-doo. So the first thing I'm gonna do is like switch to layer 1. And pretty much I should be able to grab from layer 1 this and do some like fill. Oh boy, this is gonna be interesting. Did it? Wow, what did it do? Did I think I have a lot of things interesting. Let's go back. Because, like, am I not on layer 1? Okay, yeah, I see what I did. Let's go back. Alright. So, now... Oh, I see what's happening. I didn't... Huh. Oh, I have it on the wrong tile set. That's what's happening. Alright, it looks ridiculous, but I can do some, fill. Because, like, all I have to do to fix this on layer 1, that is that. What is on layer 1 in other places? Alright, that's my black. My black is the layer 1 in those. So let's... So actually, I think I'm gonna like not do that. I'm gonna do that layer 1 later. We're gonna do some other stuff. So I'm just gonna go ahead and mark these out. Because I'll do that when I'm doing my... Alright, what's that? What's that on those maps? Ah, those are the stairs. Oh, I did not copy those stairs across, did I? I could just be lazy and be like, here, we're gonna have some... Yep, that's what we're gonna do. Alright, and that was these here. Then that. Crabs always look judgmental. Oh, I don't. I've never thought about it. And hey, KV, how you doing, man? I do not know how I would feel about a lobster just walking across the room. I just know I'm not a fan of some things that... Okay, what's this right here on this map? What did I do? Did I do something really weird? I think I did. I think I like shoved some... I used like this tile instead of the auto tile. Let's just really quickly, that's the same. That's more of this. And this looks really weird because it's really weird for the moment. I'm not sure, though, going up, I can continue to do what I did. We'll see. Layer 2 is roof. And there's reasons for that, and it's really specific. Wait, what did I do? Why is there just a blank line down the side? Did I put everything one space to the right? Where it's supposed to be? Did I? 1, 2, 3. At 15's right. 1, 2. I put everything one space to the right. Alright, let's fix this. So first I need to, on map layer 1, move all of this over one space to the right. Alright. And boom. Then, I like how weird this map looks when I didn't realize how weird what I did was. Like, until you start layering everything on top, it looks bizarre. Oh, I need to not be on that. And now I just need to remember what those were. So I think that is just more of the floor, and that's black. We're going to do all of that. all the blacking. Scorpions are scary. They're almost as scary as centipedes, which is funny because like they're more legitimately capable of hurting you. Whereas a centipede can bite you, I think, but like is not likely to. I don't know, man. I don't know. I actually don't know how dangerous a centipede actually is because I'm not getting close enough to figure out. You know what? Maybe I should just put this here so that they're next to each other. I can switch easier. Alright, now let's go to layer 2 and see how easy it's going to be to do this. Grab layer 2. Paste it. Oh, good. It's showing stuff. What did I do this time? Because this seems a little off because that's in the wrong place. I think I need to start over. So one thing to learn is that you can just sometimes just need to start everything. You did a bad job. When I like put everything slightly on the wrong one to the right, it just screwed everything up. So we're gonna really quickly start from the beginning. Okay. Layer 1. Let's grab layer 1. All of it this time and put it in the right place. I'm on fill again. All right, now we can and then that. This is actually one of those things that like is my map size different? I'm pretty sure I have the same map size. That's 30 by 30. 30 by 31, you are correct. That's where I'm having the problem. I was going to continue to mess this up over and over again and try to figure out what I was doing wrong. So again, time to start over. I think I did say that this was just going to be the stream of you guys watching me be a crazy person for several hours. Because none of this is necessary. But the thing is, this map was going to need a lot of like touches anyway. So it was best to do this before I actually went through and... like, it was going to need a lot of touching up. So it's not really that bad. Nope. To like do all the stuff that I normally do of switching a map and condensing my tile sets. Because there's a lot of work to making these tile tops, those all work good. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do, finally have everything right. We're going to do the layer 2. Stick that down. I don't know why that's on layer 2 this time. Let's do some filling in. That is this. That's actually something I need to fix. Not even finished. Used to live with scorpions and they were scary at first, then I got used to them. Not gonna happen. Not gonna get used to them. was the opposite of me. I lived in a house with house centipedes and thought they were cute. By the time I left 4 years later, I couldn't even move when I saw one. They terrified me so much. Yeah. The reason I'm doing it layer by layer, Wrath, is because by doing it by layer, because the tiles are in, because I'm using different tiles set layouts, I can finish and do each layer individually. I could just copy paste the whole map, but then I would be, then it would be a lot harder for me to do the pasting in the correct type of tile on each one. I'm not going to do, I think tile 4 I'm not going to do at all. Also, I wonder... Yeah, tile 4 I'm not going to do. Because tile 4 is another weirdness altogether. I'm just going to, like, put those down myself. And also, that's when you start getting into these corners. And those are going to be a thing I do. So then I have tile... Or I have layer 3. Actually, I'm probably going to do some other stuff with layer 3. And a little bit start over with some stuff. Like, I'm going to remove all the rooftops, the tops from layer. So, first I'm going to grab this, get rid of these. I'm going to show you how I'm doing those. This is also going to be like a thing on how to use the rounded tops and stuff I made, because there's a lot of shift clicking involved and a lot of using the layer system. Like, the way I did these would be almost impossible to do without the way layers are done. And also, shift clicking is going to be massively necessary to make this look good, obviously. Because every single one's rounding, and you really don't want that. Yes, but I'm having to do the fills, and having like upper layer, like layer 4 stuff on top while I'm trying to do my fills on layer 3, it would be like distracting to me. That's why I'm just doing it the way I'm doing it. I just find it a lot easier this way, doing it layer by layer. Also, like I said, I'm not going to just do the copy on layer 4 because layer 4 is a little bit different. So layer 4, I'm using these, and then I can just, on layer 4, I'm just going to be like, whoop, I'm on the wrong thing. So layer 4, I'm just going to grab the stuff I'm using. Like, that goes there. Nope. How many times do you forget to switch tools? This goes here. And these go here and here. Okay. And I think there's a couple of things else on layer 4 that I have that and that, but I only place like a couple. I'll place more later. And there should be a door over here as well. I know there's supposed to be. I don't know why I never put it in. Also, one of these. Alright, now I can just get to making the map look right, because right now, that ain't it. Okay. First thing I need to do is switch to layer 3 where I have the walls. I need to do an incredible amount of shift clicking to make this look good. So this right here, there's also, I'm going to show you why I had the blacks. And also I can go back to, and a thing that always you can do, draw sections in other areas that are empty, and you can use those to grab things. Still working in VX6, and I wish the map editor was like this. Yeah, the returning of the fact that they added the map layers back in is just monumentally important to making any of what I'm doing right now actually work. Like, none of this works without layers. Okay, nope, that's not gonna work. So I need that. But this one needs to be from like a 2 high. So like, first let's shift click there. Then like that needs to be, nope, it needs to be this one right. That. All right. The other things we need to do are on other layers, but that's correct there. This actually needs to be that. And this one needs to be, so this just needs to be like this. There we go. Yay, shift clicking. Which that, of course, is something that is a thing in almost every version of PG Maker. Okay, so this one needs to be the right side here. And then it needs to be this one? Yeah. VX Ace was a cool version. I think the cool thing about VX Ace is that it was 100%, without question, better than VX. And that was like one of the first times where you would just be like, yeah, that's just it, right? That one's just, there's no reason to use any other one. It's just better. Without question, better. I'm doing a thing. I should zoom in when I'm working. There is some stuff where, like, things don't quite match up correctly. One, because that's not... I wonder if I did, like... Thinking. I wonder if I did, like, that one, like this, and then put... So let's drop... Let's see, I need to be on layer 2. That under it. Now let's make that this right here. And we'll see how this is going to look when I get done. We'll figure it out. Alright, and this one does need to be that one right. And see also what you can do on layer 3, along with this, is make the tops of these walls look right. So to do that, it's going to draw... Oh, come on, don't do that. I wish it would not edit, like... Nope, I don't want you to edit the ones next to me. I need to draw farther away from things. So I need that shape. But I need it to continue on, so I need this right here. Oh. Still not. It's still doing dumb things. One day I will stop doing dumb things, but it ain't today. I need that one. And now you see how it does like that two-tiered look. Which is the thing you'll need to do in a lot of places. It's starting to look good, this little section. You'll see all these little gray areas. This is how why I had those blacks behind this. Also, this needs to be right layer. That needs to be this. Just you got MV last year. I have like unquestionably the advantage in that I had like the I generally always, I mean, I have always have the latest version because of my work. I think it just needs to be straight, right? Yeah. So I don't have to think much about it. And also I think because this goes behind it, this all needs to be. Okay. So now all of that has like that, and we're going to start dropping blacks behind it. So we also need to fix, because, all right, so we need to pull this all under it so that the water goes and doesn't have that weird little bit sticking out here and there. All right, so back to normal look. See now you can see like the water through these. So what I'm gonna do is grab these and be like shift click, shift right. Type hit. Shift click, and this will hide those edges. And you can do it like here. Any place where the edge was gonna stick out and like make it look weird. Oh, I shouldn't have done it there. Probably could have left it off here. Oh, I need to do it in these corners. There. Some of this is all because of the way I did these tiles and me wanting those rough edges right there. So, all right. So now this area looks better. Like it looks good with those rough edges when it's going against the straight out that, but then once you get like these, I'm on the wrong layer. Control Z. Maybe on one. And I probably should make some versions of black that are like just left and just right so that, like, for instance, that's not straight on that side. It's got the little edgies. A good name for an insane character. Okay, well, you have two ways to go on an insane character. You can give him, like, the most normal name you can think of. Or just name him something wild. What's going on there on tile 1 there? Why does that look so weird? Oh. Okay, on tile 2 there's a something. There we go. Well, I mean, if you're gonna, like, his original name is Jax. Like, I mean, you could just go for a variation of that name. I would say Jack, but, like, you already have, like, several crazy characters named Jack. I just realized this. I have an error on this map. If this is a step down, then these need to be one taller, right? This should be... Oh, Lord. Let's try again. Oh. I need to, like, pay attention to what layer I'm on. This is the one thing. I used to do, like, you used to do this all the time back when you were using XP. But I have been trained by... by MV and VXAce and VX like pay no attention to things like layers. Zaj. Zaj would actually not be a bad name. It's very silly if you're going for a silly, insane character, right? Like, if he's supposed to be like a serious character, it's a little different. But if you're going for something like a little goofy, I think Zaj could be good. Alright, let's get a 3 tall, because that's what I need right here. And I need a 3 tall. Oh man, is this making sense? Oh wait, I don't. I don't need a 3. I did not. I was wrong. I was wrong. Need to put those squares back. But I was wrong. I had done it right the first time. Because I have the step up right here. So these are lower. 3, yeah. Step up here changes it. Didn't need it. I do think I do want to, like, take this whole thing and lower it. Maybe, I don't know. Alright, now you're going to get to see how I did inside corners. So, for these kind of inside corners, it's easier. Because it's just... Oh, wait, Control-Z. Doing this on layer 4. If I can get it to stick on layer 4. So these inside corners are easy. And just put them down. Then I just need to use that. Let's see. This one, I think? No, it's this one. Yeah, and I just need these. Because what this does is goes over... Excuse me, this one. That goes over the tile below it to make it match, right? And I need one right there. Right here. So that's easy. Your inside corner, the inside corners are a little trickier. Not a lot trickier, but they are trickier. So the one thing is my inside corners currently only support oh, I can't put an inside corner there, because if I put an inside corner there, it's on the 4 layer. I'd have to switch up some other stuff. I might be able to shove this on 3rd layer. I think I can. So let's grab this, shove it on layer 3. Let's do a shift click so I don't mess up that other thing. Alright, now let's go to layer 4. And we'll put that. And then it's the same thing on these, in which you're just trying to cover those edges. See? Creates an inside corner. Oh, Jinx is good. Jinx is a good crazy person name. Jinx is just a good crazy name anyway. And then this one will be a lot easier. So let's hit the layer 4. I should be able to just copy paste. Oh, well, not quite. Control-Z. You can do all of it but the bottom. Oh, will this be a problem because... Alright, and then this goes here, and this goes... Huh, that will be a problem. You can probably get away with throwing that on 3rd layer. And I need to shift click so I don't. Alright, that looks good. I really like how rounded it makes everything look. And how less just bleh. I mean, I know that like there's only so, you know, That's not the correct. Did I shift click that into existence somehow? So it should be that. The wrong top right there. Okay. So one problem I'm having right now, I'm going to have to make later, is that these only work for 2 high. I don't have an inside corner that works for 3 high walls right now. And layer 4. And need... Oh, wrong one. That one. Oh. There. I really like them. Oh, and here's the one thing. This black right here. It exists for one reason, and one reason only. That specific inside corner needs that little black to hide edges. Alright, back to layer 4. I should focus on doing all of one layer at a time instead of the weird thing I'm doing right now, which is jumping back and forth. So that's going to need the one that's these two here. And then it needs... there he is. I do think that, like, it's one of those things, and I was talking about this when I made these, right? If you think you can't do any edits of your own, like, if you think that you can't do tile edits on your own, that you're like, I have no artistic skill. Remember, I did this, and I have no artistic skill. I have never tried to do anything artistic in my life. I mean, that's not true. I've tried. I just am bad at it. But I followed a tutorial that someone wrote on how to make your own tile, or make your own curved cliff tiles, and I just made it work. And it was a really good tutorial. And I know a little bit about Photoshop, and that helps. And if you really, really need to know how I did it, you can just jump to my last video where I made these. And one day I will get these right on the first try. I guess I could just, on these, I can just grab. And as long as it doesn't, so, like, I could just, boom. Doesn't really work, though. There. Oh, it's looking so good. I need to put that little black on that, on layer 2. There's just so much on this where it just, wow, that looks so good compared to default. That needs to be rounded. That needs to be that. Just remember that if you do this, and I do think it makes things look really great, but if you do it, you have a lot of work to do with shift clicking. Also, I realize I have to delete this section because it's going to be hard for this character to get over here, huh? Like, because there's going to be a place to go across over here, but there's no way for it. Like, so all the work I did shift clicking this area, done. That was how it should have been. What do I have under there? None of that's necessary now. So let's see, 1, 2. It should be nothing. It should just be nothing. I have not made a game yet. I have been meandering through, attempting to pretend I'm going to make a game. Badly. I mean, I think I'll get to a game eventually. I did tell Studio Blue that they're gonna have to play it when I have it in a playable state, and in order for them to do that, it has to be in a playable state. I have to get through some kind of demo. But I find we're gonna use some excuses here. I find that this is going to be the process that most people follow when making games. They meander through what is interesting to them at the time, and hopefully at some point they finish a game. You know, I think this section would look better if I also dropped that in there. Yeah, it looks like it connects to that. I kind of think that I need to do something else here, a little bit different. I just don't know what yet. I guess I could like cut straight across and then have this curve, but I mean, hey, if I finish the game, I wouldn't have anything else to do, right? Wouldn't be able to talk to you guys. I'd have to start, or I'd have to start a new game. That sounds horrifying too, because that would require having an idea, and I have a limited number of those, and I'm using this one. That's not true. I like to think I have a lot of ideas. There's a lot around this waterfall that needs to be fixed, but I'm going to start working on other areas first. Let's try to just go from the top down. Let's do this section over here next. Yeah, I actually do have like a lot of the mechanics written out. Though I have some issues with the way I'm doing mechanics. But I think it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Everything's gonna go good. Everything's gonna be fine. But I think some of it's like things that are really hard, and like I've always said, you can draw in another area to get the specific shapes you need. So with this one, I need that boy right there. This one needs to be straight. He needs to be that boy. There we go. I do actually, like I said, I do actually have like a lot of plans for this game, but it's also the whole situation of like, oh, it's so much work. How much of it will I actually get done? How much will be relegated to cut material? I have the advantage that I get continued to like sort of be paid to do this. Like, not in the sense of it's like I'm making a mad bucks. It's just part of my job. And I guess if they went, hey, this isn't working out, we need to be working on something else, I would no longer be getting paid to do this. But I can't work like I know, like if I ever got like super excited about something, that I'll work on it nonstop for a while, but then like I lose momentum every single time. I just lose momentum, and that is just like the death, right, of making games, is losing momentum. You can't do that. You have to be able to keep going. And it's important to keep your momentum going, and I find it hard. So now we're going to need to do... So that doesn't need to be that piece. We need a lot of black. And so... Now we're no longer working on that. We're working on ceiling. So... Let's grab the ceiling tile, but we need to be working on the next layer, because this is the reason why I put this and this on two different layers, is so that I could go over it and then go over it again. So this section needs to be like this boy right here. Needs to go right there. think. So, and then for this section right here, need this boy. And then also need that boy right there. And we need this, I mean, an inside corner. I don't know if an inside corner is a thing that really matters, but we're gonna, oh. Don't remember if it is. All right, that should fix those tops. Let's go back to automatic so we can see the whole thing. All right, so now those tops are fixed. Except for, that's wrong. That's wrong right there. It needs something. All right, grab this. It needs to go. Needs. Stop holding shift, you idiot. Well, hold on. It's actually that. All right, now we need to go down to adding some blacks. One here, 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 or does it need it there? Yeah, it does. So here, here, down this side, down here, here. I made a mistake. Or wait, no, I didn't. There. And again, thank God for shift clicking. How hard would this all be to do without shift clicking? Another feeling, it's like I go hard working on something, then take a break for a week or a month. Yeah, it's I have a problem with like hyper fixating on things. Like I get really, really, really into something and then I don't touch it for a long time. So because I did all these steps on here and I don't have a variation for an inside corner that is only one tall, I'm gonna make some 1 tall and 3 tall corners later. I can't really do much right there, but I can put an outside corner right here, and then I can do like a corner right here. But like I will say that one of the things, one thing is just identifying your weaknesses, right? And knowing that you do that you have a hard time with specific things, is the first way, the first step towards like trying to fix it, right? Knowing that I have problems with very specific things, and I just be like, okay, I know this is a problem, but now I can do this. Just copy right over, and that needs a half. Nope. Oh, layer 2. Nope. What layer was I putting that on? I was putting on layer 3, wasn't I? Nope. How did I do that? What did I do? I did it repeatedly over here. Okay, so that's on layer 4. Where's are these on? That's not on layer 1. That is on layer 2. Oh, it's because ooh, eh. I need to put on layer 1, maybe. How am I gonna do this? I know how I'm gonna do this. So I just need to go. On layer 2. Control Z, but I need to shift click it. Shift click that, and then I shift click this. On layer 3, you'll put that there. Yeah. I have folders of unfinished games for every maker I've bought. You know what? I don't. But do you know why I don't? Because I delete them. I eventually go, oh, this sucked anyway. I'm going to get rid of it. I think I'm going to, like, I think this would look better if there was some more rounding. I think I'm gonna like reshape this area over here. Or maybe, I don't know. I guess it looks fine. I don't think it looks as good as this area over here. Ooh, I want an inside corner here. I meant to put one there. Let me go ahead and do that. So layer 4. That's not correct. It's this one over here. I'll do it. Oh, that's not the right place. There. My thing is that, like, I'm the kind of person that is very harsh on themselves, especially after the fact. Like, this map. I liked this map a lot when I got done with it. And the transfer between the two things. Somewhere along the way, I'm like, that's fine. There's nothing special about this map, maybe. But it kind of is neat how it, like, fits together and how, like, when you go up the stairs... For anyone who doesn't know, I'm going to really quickly just show this. It actually is kind of neat. So, set start party position player. Oh, good. I still have sound muted, so there's no reason for you guys to hear the blast of... But, like, okay. So this is actually kind of neat. I have to do... Hold on. I forgot. I currently have scenes you have to watch before you can go upstairs, and I just wanted to show you the transition. And you can hear my really loud keyboard. Alright, now I can do the transition. So, like, this is really cool. It looks good. It doesn't look like going to a different map. It looks like, you know, just going up a floor on one map. But at the same time, even with that, I'm just like, it's not as cool as it was when I first did it. When I first did it, I was just so happy about it. But I think it's both a problem, but also not the worst thing in the world to be hard on yourself. Like, you need to not be overly hard on yourself. That's a problem. Actually, I think I know what to do right here. Being overly hard on yourself is like not a good thing. But making sure you're like kind of realistic about how good stuff is and always wanting to improve. And always wanting to improve is really like where you need to be. So, anyway, I was going to fix this. So, let's just erase the layer 4 stuff because that's just distracting. Let's switch our layer 1 stuff back to just regular. Layer 2, we're gonna go back. Layer 1, okay. So instead of what I was doing, I'm gonna do this and go to layer 2 where these are. Fix that. All right, nope. And then I'm gonna do the inside corner on this right here. I think that'll look better. That curve in and then curve out was kind of like making that corner ugly, I think. And now I can go to layer 4 and do that corner. And redo that thing I did. Okay, now I need to put blacks in. So black backing in there. And so then on layer 2, I need to do this one. Then I need to that on layer 4. There we go. Yeah, I think it looks better. Where the stairs I see. No, I did not put a stairs sound effect on it. I thought that like making it more seamless. I wish I could like. So it does take control of your character for like half a second to like move you one space, and I wish I could do it without even doing that. But I found that was like the best compromise, because otherwise there's the situation of like, where is the transition? I think I could fix that. Yeah, I could. I know how to fix it and everything. I'm gonna fix it later though. Obviously, I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm busy trying to make this map look good. And again, like the whole thing about me being very hard on myself, I think what I'm making now looks really good. But ask me again in a week, and I'm going to tell you a million things that I think could be better about it. And there probably is a million things that could be better about it, and that's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it's just 2 maps with a no fade transfer. That's all it is. And it basically, when you step on the transfer, it makes you step 1 step forward, so that I can put the transfer in the exact same space on both maps. This should be that. And it's just such a very simple little thing, but it looks so good. And when you map the 2 floors so that they match up like that, I was so happy with that when I first did it. I can't remember which stream it was, but I remember just like being ecstatic about how much I loved that one thing. And now I'm like, yeah, that's cool. It's neat that I thought of that. Yay. Oh, I see what I did here. Yeah, I kind of want that back. Wrong button. Okay. So what it was is I had this. Maybe like that. And then this was shift clicked. Oh, is it worth it to try to make this? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to fix it later. First, I'm going to make this a little wider. Because most of this right here was just like adding in little puddles and stuff underneath. And this whole section has a lot of work. Okay. Alright, me. Stop messing with other things when I'm trying to do one thing. So now we're back to these. Let's erase this. Alright. So I have a 3 tall like this buddy. That's correct-ish. No, that's really not. I think that's should be just this right here. I need to also like look at making these work, like the things match up a little better, I think. But those are things I can work on later. Alright, that's correct. This one needs to be a single right turn like that. Is that doesn't line up, does it? That's a turn. That's why this looks wrong. Like that. Yeah. Yeah. So this is another 3 high. Right turn. That should be a 2 tall centerpiece. Oh, my eyes. You ever have that thing where you're working on something and you're just like, oh, you just kind of eye blur. Okay, so what I need to do, this needs to go under that. This is going to need to be, this needs to be that. This one needs to be straight. But actually it needs to be that one. Which may be the same one, I can't remember. That, and that. This needs to have the same thing going that this does. So, did I draw all the way under it? Okay, so this right here just needs to be that. All right, and that's just boom, boom, boom. Okay. That should be a straight. Okay, that's got that section, and now I need to do the upper bits. That's all correct. I need to grab that and put it here. All right, so next thing to do is realize how bad this is, because this is way tall. Okay, so that needs to cut right here, right? So I need this. There we go. I have a lot of things where I'm just like having to use separate I'm using, instead of doing just pure shift clicking to make these look right, it's so much easier sometimes to use just different layers of the same tile to make these kind of things look good, where it's like the same, because then I don't have to think as hard, I don't think. All right, so now it's time to do some curves and stuff. So I do have the same problem I was having in some other areas in that, oh, I need to fix a lot of stuff over here, don't I? All of this needs to be fixed. Let's do that. Layer 2. So what we need is this. Put that on layer. That. Do I have anything else? Okay. What did I do? Oh, I erased the pieces here, huh? Sometimes I'm not bright. I just shift-clicked it right over them. Alright, so next up would be putting in blacks behind things. Alright, did chat stop or is no one talking? Because I sometimes can't tell the difference. I sometimes do not know what is going on with chat because Facebook hates all life. Wishes me to suffer. Okay. Which one? It's so, and then this, actually this needs to go straight across. Alright, right. Okay, so that one right here needs to be there. There we go. Ah, we're just listening. I don't know why anyone listens to me, but I guess that's why I'm having a stream, huh? You know that, it's, what's it called? Imposter syndrome. I don't know if any of you guys have that problem, but it is a thing with me. Like, you ever feel like you just don't, like, it's like, man, do I really know that much? Did I get this position in some weird way in which, really, I'm not that smart as I think I am? There, I think still I'm missing. Do I have a demo of gameplay ready? I have not touched gameplay stuff yet. I intentionally actually talked about this a little earlier. Next week is definitely going to be the start of doing actual gameplay stuff. Part of that is going to be me learning how to do action sequences with Visistella stuff. Which, if you're interested in learning action sequences, that should be fun. Because I've never used them before, but I absolutely want to try to use them for this project. I think there's a lot. Sorry, I thought I was thinking about something while I'm like watching. I'm like, you know, that might be better to put those stairs like right here. These stairs right here. What if I just go one higher? I think it looks better, and I can really quickly. We're gonna do. Oh, get rid of this. We're gonna go back to. Yeah, that way it looks better. It just looks better. Man, it is almost February, right? Like, my next stream's not going to be in February, though. So, I'm going to try to switch back to Wednesday next week. I would love to, because honestly, I like being able to start my weekend a little early. And if I do Friday streams, I do not get to start my weekend early. But also, it gives me more time to think about it. And of all my work, this is both stressful, but also like the most relaxing. Because I just get to sit and talk to people. And I don't have to consider, like, think too much about, like, oh, well, you know, doing this little thing here, this here. I think that, like, it's really fun to just sit and talk to people and hang out. Which is mostly what I'm doing. Next week is going to be not as relaxing, because it's going to be a lot of learning. But, on the other hand, learning is fun. I know this sounds like a PSA, but it is true. Learning is fun. I enjoy learning a lot. We're gonna do it in the other side of the corner here. On 4. Like, who doesn't love learning? See, that's what I'm getting rid of when I do these two pieces. Getting rid of those little marks right there. Okay. I could switch this corner for an inside corner. Like, have a curve here, an inside corner there. No, me. My problem is when I did all these like breaking up things is that it's making it harder to do inside corners because of my restrictions on inside corners right now are that I can only do them on two highs because of things. I probably didn't do some things very well. Okay, so need above. This one goes here. This one goes here, and now we get a little bit tricky because I need to put both. I need to put two of them. I don't have just like a straight across, so I can put this one here. Do I have anything on tile 3 on that spot? Don't think I do. I can probably just go. Nope. Shift. All right. Look, 2021 is already going so fast, and I think it's just because, honestly, what a month. Just what a month. It's been wild. I am quite happy to just have this much over and done with. Never think about it again. Didn't happen. We're fine. Never want to think about it again. What a month. Alright. So, I do need to make those 1 and 3 high wall inner curves so that I can curve out some of this other stuff. Like, I can't do a curve there unless I mean, I could drop this one and then put like a wall in right there and then do a curve at the top. I think it looks fine for right now. Like, overall, I think this is looking really good. Like, having some things that have like right angles is fine. It's just when everything is right angles, it starts to look weird. Oh, what time is it? We are at... Oh, wow, we've been moving, haven't we? It's 8:35 here. Which means it's incredibly early in the morning still, over there in Shaz time. Yeah, maybe when our Chinese New Year comes in, when Lunar New Year goes by, maybe that's when the real change starts and a good year starts. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. We'll have a second New Year, I like second breakfast. Almost midday. That's still early in the morning for me. My normal sleep schedule. Though, guys, I've gotten on a weird sleep schedule. I have been waking up at 4 in the morning, and I don't know if I've talked very much about how absolute garbage my sleep schedule is. Um, I do not get up at 4 in the morning. That is a time for other people. It is not a time for me. I'm gonna change some of the shaping over here because this is a little bit ridiculous. So I'm gonna get rid of that. I don't like you. My normal sleep schedule, and part of this is just because I'm a night owl anyway, and part of this is because of work. I regularly, my thing to do is to go to sleep at around 4 in the morning. So, like, literally the opposite of what I'm doing now. And I will get up at right around noon. And it's a very convenient schedule for me. Because of my work and because of other things, and then I don't have to, like, I also don't have the problem of overlapping a whole lot with my wife's schedule because we both work from the same office, like across from each other. And to be honest, when both of us are sitting and working is like probably the most annoying. Like, if one of us is not working and the other one is, and we're both sitting in the office, at least then when I get the urge to talk to her, I'm not interrupting her work. Because her work is a lot more specific than mine, in that I have a lot of freedom in when I work, and I can sit and stop, take a break, that kind of stuff, whereas hers is not. And I like being able to just talk to someone sitting there. I have to remember I can't do it all the time anymore. And that one. Okay, so now I have to do above. So it's this one right here. Alright, now I need to put blacks in. That's fine. Tile 1. Oh, that black didn't need to go there. Alright, and then there, there. And that's where I need that half. That can go on 2. Nope, can go on. Oh, I'm in that situation again, aren't I? So it can go on 2 here. And it needs to go on 2 there as well, but then I have to, like... So shift, or wait, no. Place, shift click, place. Control Z, Control Z, I need to shift click the whole time. Okay. So, shift click. Hey, there we go. Well, I mean, it's just such a convenient schedule to me because, like, when I have work meetings, they're like 8:30 to me, 8:30 p.m. and can go to like 9:30. And so I always turn off my work. I try to my best to turn off work at 10 p.m. I don't always do it. I sometimes will end up working a little later. But by like purposely saying, "Hey, 10 p.m. time to sign out. Need to do other stuff. Need to have fun." It gives me that end of the day where I have about 6 hours to do kind of what I want to and to get some stuff done. That's not work related. All right. So we got everything except this section down here. So here's the problem. This section down here, like, literally just needs a giant rework. Because it needs a vertical door. I really was like, I'm going to try to do a sideways door, like a horizontal walk-through door. But then realized I hated that concept. And it's so hard to do compared to a vertical door. Or, you know what I mean. Up and down versus, like, side-to-side movement. But switching it to that, and then it's supposed to go into an area like, hold on, like this, which is also needs to be fixed. This was before I did the rounded corners. It needs to look like it doesn't look weird, like it's just, I don't know what to do here to make it look right. The first thing I'm gonna do is just say, screw it, we're gonna like delete out a bunch of stuff, and I'm just gonna redo this whole section from scratch. That's my first step in making this correct. Wait, am I literally just exactly? Yeah, I am the exact. I have found that one of the things that I have learned the more I've worked in RPG Maker is how often I am going to just be it's time to reset. It's time to do this part all over again. Okay, I do need a section of this that is straight enough to just use I think that was why I had this. It needs to be straight up to use that word. I know that you know the word I'm thinking of, a bridge. Okay, so how am I going to make an area that looks like it's big enough to go in? Like at the very edge, like put it at the very edge and make it seem like maybe it's a curve into the place that I'm going into? Am I overthinking it? Is no one going to think, that doesn't make sense? How does that fit there? I'm probably overthinking it, aren't I? It is a thing I'm notorious for doing. So let's just draw in. Maybe I should make this map a little taller though. I feel like I'm running out of room. Let's just give me some more height. Which does mean I have a whole lot more drawing to do. Why am I dumb? Why do I make myself more work? I could have made that work without doing this. I could have. I probably could have. I'm just gonna maybe 35. I don't know. I'm gonna go to 40 and we're gonna see. I'm only gonna draw as far as I think I need to. Alright, so let's go this. We're gonna put the door like in this area. I think that should be enough, and then we'll put the entrance like here. Let's kind of back down here. I am seriously overthinking. I know I'm overthinking. Do you guys have that problem where you're like, this is not that complicated? It's not nearly as complicated as I'm making it. Drive this out over here. Mounted. Oh. Bring in a little bit here. This needs to be an entrance. Us. And I'm probably gonna have to dig into this because I'm gonna be so. This needs to be too high, higher every spot. Putting the walls below it. Same here. All right, and do that by just pulling this. Something in the center here to like. I'm gonna make this one just one high, I think. There's room to put. All right. Now. Maybe I should put the floor in, huh? And then that is another thing that you'd probably learn about me if you knew me very long is I am a chronic overthinker. I overthink everything. I do think it's better than the opposite, which is where you like don't think hard enough about anything. But it's still a little bit ridiculous to be like, oh, this, no, I need to do this. I have to do this. If I don't do this, it's going to be wrong. All right. That's correct. This just needs to be like that section there. All right. I think I like this better. I need to cut off this over here. I need to like. Do I want to just open the water up even further? Yeah, I think so. I do have the excuse of the fact that this is an unreal world. This is not like. Let's put a little. But this is like not real world, so I don't have to make it look perfect. Well, I mean, to be fair, I'm doing a lot of stuff. I edited a lot of things. All these corners are very edited. But still, most of this is just... Everything is either default graphics or things I quickly edited from default graphics. Like, I think all these curves on these walls, including the inside corners, I took 2 hours on stream last time I was streaming. And then, like, another couple of hours after stream that I made where I made the inside corners. And that's it. I think if I do this, that bottom, there we go. Okay. Now I need 4. The one thing is I want to be very specific about layers with this map. Because I'm doing specific things on specific layers. And I think that is the way you have to like kind of think about it. Because if you once you start using layering for a lot of stuff, you want to keep consistent on your layers because it makes it easier to remember to like edit it, to like go through and do fixes later. Alright, let's grab me in. Inside corner. Plop it right there. Plop another one right there. Nope, that's not gonna work. Then I need the one that's like that one. Then I can grab again. Plop it right there. Yeah, once you like get into do that and then erase that one. Oh, that weird sleep schedule that I've had recently where I sleep dumb hours. By dumb hours I mean waking up at 4 sucks. It's not what I want to do with my life. Please make my body stop doing this. I need one of you to just come to my house and hit me with things. Hit me with a hammer and knock me out. Just not right now, because I'm busy. I'm gonna leave that one crooked. I don't want to do it on like I have been doing it on most of them, but I probably need to do it on less than I'm doing it on. Because you want some things to be like oh, that's, you know, you need multiple different types of angles. Doing all one type of angle is not probably the smart thing to do. Make it look more natural. Yep. And I know I've like said it repeatedly, but I can do it. If I can do these edits, anyone can do them. Because it clearly does not take a genius at graphics if I can do them. If you want to learn how I did them, you can just watch the last stream and it will teach you how to do them. And on top of learning how to do them, okay, so that one needs to be on a I can put on 3, I think. Yeah. Bottom. All right, now I need to put in some the backings for these so that you don't get those weird. All right. That 2. Those. But like I said, I need to do. That's dumb. Wrong test. So there. Nope. Layer 1. There. And then layer. I think this one will work on layer. Nope. That needs to be on layer 2. This one's going to be after that one where I have to do weird. Got to be on layer 2. I have to drop that on layer 3. Okay, cool. Oh. All right. So the one thing is, this is all really visually interesting because it's like multiple layers and levels and ups and downs, and I need to make other interior corners to round to like for 1 tall and for 3 tall that I don't have right now. This is visually much more boring. Needs more changes, height and stuff like that. But it is kind of put in place. I can put some stuff like on these. I know like a lot of it's like it's supposed to be all the way to the ceiling, right? But I always like like it gives you a more multi-leveled look even if you're not using all the multi-level. But I think this is a good place to stop for now. We are near the end of the stream. We have 3 minutes left. Let us zoom out and look at the work I have done. Oh, I accidentally hit 1-1. Okay, so this is like a good start on a map. It needs a lot more. Everything from here up looks really good other than needing more of the 1 tall round corners and 3 tall round corners. Down here needs just a lot of more breaking up things, more visually interesting things. I might actually include another step down in this area right here to give it, because like whenever you have a step down in an area, it creates a lot of breaking up. This reminds me of a thing I talked about forever ago when I was writing, to talk about how long ago this was. This was when I was writing the tutorials for VX Ace when it came out. Is the idea of varying barriers. And actually, this is another thing this whole map is doing. So, like, in a dungeon map, if every single barrier you go against is just a normal wall, it feels very flat and less interesting. But, like, here you have walls. You have water stopping you. You have changes in elevation, like these platforms in here. And I probably could include some areas, right, like, where the walls aren't in the way and just the change in elevation. I need to do that. That's actually probably what I should do right here, is get rid of this and just have like an elevation change. But every single time you vary what barriers you have, it's more visually interesting than just there's another wall and another wall. Because with just walls, it starts to look like a randomly generated map. So everything from here down needs work. Everything from here up is mostly good. I need to add in like visual stuff. I need like these. I'm gonna use the darker to like darken some of the floor areas. I'm strongly considering yeah, it was not long after I got hired with Digica, so it was probably 2011. Late 2011. I know I've been working. It will be in November. It will be a decade that I've been working with Digica, which is mind-boggling to me. It's just nice though. It's nice to have that kind of stability for like a long period of my life. But yeah, let me switch to my bumper screen and we'll do the saying goodbye to everyone. I hope everyone had fun today. Like I said, this week was going to be a more relaxing one. It was just me talking about random stuff and working on a map. Next week is going to be much more about learning. I'm going to be learning how to do the action sequences. I'm going to be trying to put together my battle system. I'm using the Visicella CTB because that's one of my favorite styles, which is kind of the Final Fantasy X style battle system, even though I didn't like Final Fantasy X, but the way that the turns work and everything. And so we're gonna start with that. I have like notes for the skills for one character. We have 2 characters so far that's gonna be playable in this area of the game. I have to figure out what the other guy's skills are going to do. But yeah, I'm gonna start on the battle system stuff next week, and that'll be fun. And hopefully everyone will enjoy it. And that's it for today. I hope everyone had a really good time. And have, a good night, everybody. And a good weekend. See you next.